We have a really awesome guest today. His name is, we call him Yamaguchi-san.
Hi,
He's really focused on organic production.
I'm Tea Farmer from Japan and in Uji.
Welcome to JagaVision. We have a really awesome guest today. He's actually joined us a number of times in the past. He's a farmer who's in Ujitawara. He's really focused on organic production, and we're really excited to have him on the show again today. His name is, we call him Yamaguchi-san. So Yamaguchi-san, welcome to JagaVision.
Hi.
And it's really early for you, right? It's 6 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, a little sleepy.
Thank you so much for joining us, and I'm sorry for your lack of sleep. And if you could again just introduce yourself and your project.
I'm Tea Farmer from Japan and in Uji. Do you know Uji production? You do you know Uji?
Of course, yeah, the Uji region, right? The tea region, of course.
Uji is tea production area and is famous for making matcha.
Essentially, when you're looking at our selections from Yamaguchi, one, they're all organic, which is amazing. And he's really committed to that. He's actually really hardcore organic. Your family, you have a really long history.
I think my family maybe run our tea garden about over 300 years ago.
Over 300 years. Yeah, it's a long time.
Yes.
And big focus on sencha back then, right? And then more and more on matcha nowadays.
We make nowadays is matcha, but my town is sencha birthplace.
And you have very nice sencha. And also, I love how creative you are. You've created a bunch of tencha this year, more than any other year. You created a lot of organic tencha. And one of the main cultivars that you have is this yabukita. In the past, last year, for example, and the year before, we bought from you what we call okumidori ninotani, right? So okumidori is the cultivar and ninotani is the chabatake, or the field name, right?
Yes.
Like, it was really interesting how each field has kind of a different character. It's the same cultivar. You're the same, it's all Yamaguchi-san, same farmer, but very different flavors. The newest one, this Yabukita Matsutoge, why did you add another field?
松峠が何がいいかっていうのは、そうやね。何やろな。ですね。なんかもう全く周りに茶畑がないので。
Isolated tea field. Okay, so nothing around the field. So those are good for organic production when there's no other fields around them. But are the plants old or are the plants young in Matsutoge?
Old. Maybe old.
Yeah, a little bit old. Like how old do you think the plants are in Matsutoge?
50 years.
50 years old. What's the oldest field that you have? Okay, so the oldest is the Nakabata. What is the newest tea field? This is the Okumidori Ninotani. I'm gonna make some, okay? I'm gonna drink some. So I'm gonna put chasaku is about 1.5 grams, and then we do 90 grams of water. 15 seconds. I whisk. It's a nice balance to have, I find, 15 seconds. この方が But fantastic, like a very good tea. If you had tencha from that field, how much tencha would you be able to make?
全部で、そうですね、500キロ以上はいけると思います。
Wow. So you can turn that. そのtenchaになった場合はどれくらいになるんですか
？500キロですね。500キロぐらいですね。
生葉じゃなくて、乾燥した
生葉じゃなくて、全部で500キロぐらい。
すごいですね。Okay, wow, that's amazing. So you can make 500 kilos from that lot of dry product. That's amazing.
そんな大きい方じゃないと思う。
But that is pretty cool. Why do you think Nakabata is still giving us that really bitter aftertaste? なぜ後味がNakabataになると苦いのですか？
多分なんやけど、 二の谷の
やってる割に。
奥緑の二の谷も3年ぐらい前はすごい渋かったんですけど、
Okay, so 3 years ago, Okumidori no Tani was also quite bitter.
多分その日焼けしてるというか、要するに夏の間に土がこう乾いてしまって、
Oh, okay.
でそれが多分中端はかなり乾いてるので、それで渋くなるやつ。
So it gets really dry in the summer. I don't really see tea farmers doing any irrigation with their tea leaves. Have you ever done irrigation?
ああ、全くないですね。
Yeah, I've never seen it before. Yeah,
うん、
so Yamaguchi-san has never seen it before either.
養木って小さいこう植えたところの苗とかやったりしてる人はいますね。
Okay, so when they're growing seedlings, there's a little bit of watering that happens. Okay, that makes sense. Now, I also see that one of the big problems with tea plants is that there can be a problem with too much water, right? Because that's one of the reasons why they're grown on a hillside, is so that the water kind of doesn't stay around the roots, because the tea plant is very sensitive to too much water. So the big difference is not just that the leaves are older, but it's also that you're thinking in the summer, because the soil gets very dry from it's really hot.
そうですね、
Almost
それだけかなと思います。
Okay. Because we sometimes we buy some tea from Mandokoro in Shiga, and they're very happy with their sort of, they have a tea garden north of the river, west of the river, and they have a tea garden east of the river, and they really like their tea garden west of the river better than their tea garden east of the river. The big reason for that is that the one west of the river is surrounded by trees, so it gets a lot more shade. And then the one east of the river is a little bit more of an open area, so it gets a lot more direct sunlight. And that direct sunlight makes for a tea that they're less happy with. But is there any final comments you want to say?
Let's enjoy the original taste of matcha.
Yes, which you often say. I think this is the original taste, which is organic, right? Like if we can focus on these organic practices, we get to taste the true tea. Yeah, and I really enjoy the aromatics from your tea. I love how complex your tea is. I think it's a very interesting project that you're doing. So I wish you the best of luck. And thank you for coming on the show again, Yamaguchi-san. Really appreciate it. Okay, we'll talk again soon.
Bye.
Watch previous JagaVision episodes. We put them up every week, whenever we can anyways. And we have different guests on, all sorts of fun stuff that you really need to check out.